For y'all information, I'm still not on social media, so whatever y'all say,
it don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
It don't matter.
Never know. They're off. You cannot get in touch with Travis unless you text his phone.
Boy, in that bitch putting her to work.
Ain't no way.
60 for the trap, 260 for that cap, 260 for that jet. Yeah.
It's one thing when folks just gossip about your relationship, but when those whispers start stacking up with real receipts all pointing in the same direction, oh, that's when things get messy. Right now, fans are buzzing that Travis Hunter and his wife, Leanna, might be hiding a cold, no-spark bedroom situation, and some swear that's the real reason cheating rumors keep popping up.
I was supposed to be back in a month. She stayed with me for 3 months. I had 3 surgeries. Each month I had a surgery. And then I had a bone infection, so I got a PICC line in my arm, which y'all don't know about. That junk is about this long.
This ain't coming from nowhere either, from wild pregnancy talk, to wedding clips with zero chemistry vibes, to her own past words saying he wasn't even her type. The internet's been piecing it together like a detective board. Now people are convinced that the way she pulled back at their reception was her saying without saying that he's not bringing the heat in the bedroom. And here's the wild part. The deeper you dig, the more all the little moments start matching up. That reception clip, that's what set the internet on fire. Everyone was clapping, cameras flashing. Travis leaned in to kiss his new bride, and she whipped her head away fast. Subtle, sure, but not so subtle that the crowd, and millions online, didn't catch it. Some fans tried to defend her, saying maybe she didn't want to smudge her lipstick, but others swore it was a straight-up silent rejection. And let's be honest, if the chemistry's real, lipstick ain't stopping anything. Once that clip went viral, the comments got ruthless. People were posting things like, she refused to kiss him but still took the ring, and this love looks like a business deal. Bet the guy she really wants was sitting in the crowd. The more people replayed it, the more they linked it to every other awkward exchange between them. Because for real, you don't pull away from your brand new husband on wedding day if you're dying to be close to him. At least, that's how fans are seeing it. And for some, this wasn't just about a missed kiss. It was about what that non-kiss might be screaming about everything else going on behind the scenes. Right after that kiss dodge clip started flooding timelines, another storm hit, the pregnancy rumors. People swore up and down that Leanna looked pregnant in certain wedding shots.
He never tried to be like, oh, just because I drink, you can't drink, or you can't hang out with your friends.
TikTok detectives went full CSI mode, doing side-by-side pics, circling her stomach, slowing down clips frame by frame. You know how the internet acts when they think they've spotted something juicy. And I'm not even exaggerating. They were replaying the wedding footage like it was a Hollywood movie trailer, convinced a pregnancy reveal was just around the corner. But here's the twist. Travis and Leanna both stepped in quick to shut it all down. They called it baseless, just folks reaching. Maybe it was, but for some fans, that denial didn't end the talk, it just made things spicier, because suddenly a more explosive question popped up. If she was pregnant, was Travis even the father? Yup, some people went there. They claimed if things were ice cold in the bedroom, maybe that left space for someone else to slide in. And once that theory caught fire, every other rumor started hitting harder. Then came the clip that made the internet double down. An interview where Leanna casually said Travis wasn't really her type when they first met. Fans clipped it, remixed it, and threw it back online with captions like, "This made her look even worse," and "She's a terrible liar, Travis is a major simp." Others even hinted it wasn't just about looks. Maybe she never vibed with his whole energy.
I just didn't respond to him. He wasn't my type. So then I left him.
I wasn't her type.
I left him in my DMs for like 2 months, and then finally I answered him. But I didn't want to like be nothing. I just wanted to just be friends.
And here's the wild logic people are running with. If there was never that instant physical pull, maybe the spark never lit at all. And if it never lit, that could explain a lot. Why she sometimes looks distant in public, why certain moments feel more like a photo op than passion, and why those bedroom whispers just won't go away. And the timing couldn't have been worse. Right when that interview clip was making rounds again, another old video popped back up. The one that first lit the cheating rumors. This time, it was footage of Leanna at a party, dancing real close with another man. Now, to be clear, that this wasn't some fresh post-wedding scandal. The video's old, but the way it resurfaced made it feel like brand new drama. In the clip, she's smiling, leaning in, clearly at ease. And that was all TikTok needed to slap the evidence label on it. Comments flew in fast, from "ain't nothing worse than finding out the woman you love is a 304" into "he needs to run." Do we actually know if anything happened? Nope. But when the running theory is that she's emotionally and physically checked out of her marriage, the optics hit different. And here's where it all starts to click for folks watching from the sidelines. Travis, he's a homebody, all about football, training, and chilling at home. Leanna, whole different vibe. She's social, she's outside, she loves the nightlife, and she's even admitted it herself. She's talked about times Travis would just wait for her in the car while she went out. Now, that's not a crime. Plenty of couples have different styles. But when one partner is living that quiet, routine life and the other is out moving around, hitting events, and mingling with different crowds, people notice. And fans started saying that's why she's often spotted without him. Maybe not always because something's wrong, but because they just don't move in the same lanes. And yes, I'm talking about that Heisman ceremony moment, the one a lot of people point to as the official start of the cold wife chatter. Travis was up there living his big moment, the crowd on their feet clapping, and Leanna? She stayed sitting. Coach Prime even had to give her a little nudge to stand. It was literally a blink and you miss it second, but once that clip hit the internet, it exploded. Watch it yourself. That tiny moment is what lit the whole cold wife narrative on fire. People didn't waste time jumping to conclusion. Some swore she looked bored, others claimed she was just trying not to steal his shine, but either way, the image stuck. And from that day forward, anytime she showed up with him in public, folks were locked in on her body language like hawks. Here's the kicker. If you watch the full video, she actually does clap and cheer. But that didn't matter. The internet had already frozen that single frame, stamped it as proof she wasn't feeling him, and ran with it. Once that label got attached, nothing she did could change people's minds. So when Travis stepped in to defend her, that turned into its own drama. He revealed she cried herself to sleep from all the online hate and that it broke him to see her like that. He stood firm, saying she wasn't being disrespectful at all, just caught in a bad-looking moment completely out of context. And you could hear the frustration, because no matter how he explained it, the internet wasn't letting go. Some people respected him for riding for his wife, but others twisted his words into fresh theories. Stuff like, why defend her so hard if there's nothing to hide? Or, sounds like he's covering up something bigger.
She killed, she W girlfriend. She made sure I was able to use her car. She let me come over when I wanted to get away from my family, stay the night with her. She had her own money. She bought me all the food that I wanted. She always been, she learned how to cook for me, chat. She didn't even know how to cook before then. Y'all see I get to play every night, right? I get to play every night. For the real supporters that been here, y'all see me get to play every night.
It was one of those situations where speaking up didn't help at all. The trolls doubled down, and even folks who'd never paid them any mind before suddenly started digging through old clips, trying to see what all the noise was about. After weeks of being the centerpiece in every TikTok theory and sports blog headline, Travis and Leanna just vanished. Both of their accounts went dark. Travis barely popped up anywhere online, and when he finally did speak, he explained why he ditched social media. But if you've been following the rumors, his explanation only made people talk more. The official line? The hate had gotten out of control and they just wanted peace. But some fans swear there's more to the story. The word floating around is that Leanna allegedly told one of her girlfriends that Travis couldn't keep up in the bedroom, and that little nugget somehow slipped into comment sections. If that's true, you can see why he'd want to disappear. No man wants strangers, or worse, teammates, scrolling under his posts and seeing that kind of talk, especially when the internet's already watching for any hint that could confirm their theories. But here's the kicker. Going ghost had the opposite effect of what they probably wanted. Instead of calming things down, the speculation went into overdrive. Silence became proof something was wrong, and suddenly every old clip, every awkward glance, every rumor felt like it was part of one giant puzzle. By this point, the drama wasn't just about weird videos or gossip, it was hitting Travis where it hurts most, his pockets. Word online is that when he and Leanna tied the knot, they skipped signing a prenup, and here's the twist. They got married in Tennessee's, and Tennessee's alimony laws, let's just say they can get real tricky. And that's where the money talk started getting real. See, in Tennessee, if there's no prenup and things go south, the courts can decide alimony based on lifestyle, length of marriage, and who's making the bigger bag. And let's be honest, Travis is the one stacking the bigger checks right now. So fans started spinning their own endgame theory, that if Leanna was unhappy and this marriage went left, she could walk away with a serious cut.
The first thing that ever stood out to me about Travis was that he never try to change me at all. So like I said, I met him in college. He was in high school, and I obviously I was in the middle of outgrowing partying, but I still partied a lot. And I don't know if y'all know this, but he doesn't drink at all. Like, even though he's legal to drink, he doesn't drink. And I'm Hispanic, so I have tequila in my veins. So I drink. I don't drink a lot, but I drink. And I used to party and stuff. And he would literally drive me, sit outside for hours while I'm inside partying, and then take a.
Suddenly, those cold wife clips weren't just about body language anymore. People were saying, she's playing the long game, and this is chess, not checkers. Then came another curveball. People noticed she'd been spotted in public without her ring on a couple of occasions. No statement, no explanation, just bare fingers and paparazzi shots. The internet pounced on it like fresh meat, claiming it was a quiet sign things were unraveling behind closed doors. And while all this was bubbling, there were whispers about Travis making big career decisions soon. Some said he was weighing endorsement deals. Others claimed certain brands were hesitant to lock in partnerships because of all the noise surrounding his personal life. And when money starts getting tangled up with drama, that's when even loyal fans start questioning what's really going on. Meanwhile, Leanna's social circle became part of the conversation. A few of her friends started posting cryptic quotes like, "Sometimes you gotta choose peace over people, and when the vibe changes, so does the plan." Fans ate it up, turning every vague post into evidence that the marriage was on shaky ground. By now, this wasn't just gossip, it was turning into a full-on internet soap opera. Every move they made or didn't make became a headline. And with rumors about money, trust, and loyalty all swirling together, people were saying one thing loud and clear. If something big is about to happen, it's going to hit harder than anyone expects. Depending on how long you're married and the way the split goes down, Tennessee can have you paying big. So let's stack it up for a second. Fans already think Leanna's interest in Travis faded. There's talk she's been real close with another guy. Some even whispering it might be a Jaguars player. Now add the money factor, and if they ever call it quits, she could walk away with a piece of his rookie earnings. That's not just losing your wife, that's losing your wife and your wallet. And to be real, people online have been ruthless, calling him the biggest loser in the whole situation. Because truth or not, the cheating rumors are still in the air, his marriage looks shaky in the public eye, and his finances sitting on what fans call a ticking time bomb. But here's the part they can't stop talking about. A lot of folks think all of this traces back to one place, behind closed doors. Because if the spark in the bedroom really died first, maybe everything we've seen since, the awkward moments, the rumors, the cold wife talk, was just the fallout. And if that's true, then whatever comes next could be the moment this whole messy story blows wide open.